boat on the coast of Lombok, Indonesia. And yeah, the guy waving his arms up and down and dancing, having a good time, is the same guy giving the rules downstairs. It sits as the jewel in the Java Sea, Gili Trawangan, known to the locals and the travellers simply as Gili Tea. This island paradise is the largest of the three Gilis. It may be small, only about 3 kilometres long, but it offers an experience unlike anywhere else on Earth. A place where a vibrant life above the waves meets a thriving underwater world. Over here, there's a unique slow pace of life that reigns supreme. I was told by a witch doctor in Melbourne that the curse I'm under will be lifted if I manage to make it to the summit of Mount Rinjani, which is just a few more miles away from the next island. Because there was no direct available travel options, I thought I'd stop off in Gili Tea and see what it was about on my way. I hope the curse doesn't have too much of an impact on my time.
We navigate in the area and follow the directions provided by our staff. Also, please have your harbor tax ticket.
Yes, mighty.
This is an island that has turned its back on the internal combustion engine. No cars, no motorbikes, just simple rhythms of walking, cycling, and the traditional sadamo, or horse-drawn carriage. Legend has it that the locals of 200 years ago used to ride around on these small feathery things using a saddle and reins. This is where I'm staying, where I'm paying the local equivalent of £2.30 per night.
Hello. This is my polong. We are polong right now, right?
Polong.
After agreeing to be this man's polong, I decided to go on a bike ride around the island. I wanted to get a horse, but I was concerned that the curse might affect them. This car-free lifestyle isn't just a novelty, it's a commitment to a quieter, more peaceful existence where they don't piss each other off in traffic all the time. Apparently, Gili Tea is busiest on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, particularly in that order, as long as people are there and it's the busy season. The real magic lies beneath the surface of Gili Tea. It's a marine haven. These waters are conservated, meaning that no one can touch them unless they do something really good for them and not really bad for them. Despite this, commercial fishing trips and turtle watching trips are always going on the island, so I'm not really sure whether they actually are protected or whether they're just... I don't really get how that works. Divers and snorkels flock here for a reason. From cycling the island perimeter to indulging in local cooking class or supporting the Gili Tea Trust's conservation efforts, Gili Tea offers a balance of adventure and relaxation. It's a place that asks its visitors to slow down, tread lightly and immerse themselves in beauty and vibrant character. Gili Tea isn't just a paradise you visit, you live its rhythm for a few days or however long you can stand it. From the eastern strip, Gili Tea earns its reputation as the party island with bustling bars, live music and a vibrant social scene that continues late into the night. This girl said that she'd come on holiday here and now she just dances here full time. Anyway, it certainly caught a lot of attention. Time for the night to end. It's okay. Yo, I'm your friend. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. Life's hard. Be a beautiful cat. Yeah, you know it. I ain't giving you shit. I'm sorry. Just my way. Just because you're beautiful doesn't mean I'm gonna give you something. Yeah, bro.
It's my mate, bro.
I spent the evening with my polongs when I got back. We were up until about 4 or 5 in the morning drinking some disgusting liquor that they said they'd made. Despite this, I had plenty of energy and not a single sign of a hangover. You wouldn't know it by its name, but Gili T is actually the turtle capital, but the T doesn't stand for turtle. I did check. I was invited onto an all-Korean boat where everyone in the group was an experienced diver except for me. For some reason, I found it really difficult to even book one of these trips, so I was grateful that it was organised and even paid for by my friend. They gave me this piece of fruit, which they assured me had no poison in it whatsoever. Maybe the curse was fading away on its own. I thought it was kind of strange to mention that to me because no one had ever said that to me before in my life. But anyway, I ate it, and I think things were fine. It was getting dark, and our chances of seeing a turtle before they go away to bedtime was getting slim. So we decided to head back, turn in, and try again tomorrow. I was getting pretty good at this travelling thing, and going to bed seemed to be like one of the main activities everyone loved to do. The following day, my week-long dream of being able to see a turtle in real life, in the real sea, in my real mind, with my real eyes, was realised. Magnificent. Look how gracious it is. So I didn't actually touch it there because it's illegal to touch turtles. This turtle was nice. He seemed happy to be around us. Then the energy shifts. At night time, the island transforms. The serene western coast becomes the perfect theatre for breathtaking sunsets, with Bali's Mount Angun silhouetted against the canvas orange, purple and pink. Yeah, man, that's so nice. Imagine just sitting on a boat, water beneath your feet. Shit, there's water beneath my feet. Oh, it's fine, it's just a little bit. I thought there was a hole in the boat. Yeah, here I am. Hey, I wonder what was in that fruit. I'm still concerned about this curse, but I need to just chill and have a good time. You know, how often are you even on doing something like this? Like, what are these people? Are they friends with the people on my boat, or are we just waving to each other because we're out at sea? We're just waving to each other. I think that's just what sea people do. I'm making a sort of documentary, I suppose. In the early evening, Gili T is both calm, peaceful, but busy and vibrant. As the feline choirs of nighttime call in, I hear my bed calling. I can't remember where I'm staying, so I just keep walking. I thought, if this island's roughly about 3 meters squared, but more of a circle kind of shape, then surely it wouldn't take me that long to walk around. But the strangest thing is, I thought I left yesterday. Anyway, I found somewhere else to stay, and I decided to crack on, get out, and have some breakfast. This curse isn't going to lift itself, and I've got another day in here to relax before I have to go on a horrible journey up a mountain. This was my last day to get a proper fueling session in terms of eating food. I just need to make a side note here, because everywhere in Indonesia puts Western breakfast to shame. Just puts it to shame. You know, there's places over. I'm in England, but there's places where you can go that are good, and I would say it's almost just inspired by that. But the thing is it's just really good, really good. Everything about it, the service, it's just always. I woke up feeling low. I do not know what I probably did. Like, how many days have I been here now? I didn't mean for the documentary to get so derailed, people, but fuck. Right, I need to find some water, some clean water. Why is there no bottled water for sale in where I'm staying? Okay. Curse was really beginning to start to get to me. I just couldn't work out which day it was and when I was supposed to be leaving. Do you want the bizarre holiday of a lifetime? Come to Gili Tea. You can meet this guy. The sky's okay. That silhouette drown, oh yeah, the pool, yeah. Whoa, weird, this is so strange. Why did they build this here? I mean, there's a lot of people here, but this is strange, isn't it? Don't you think this is strange? On an island that's not got any cars, they've got that. Anyway, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just strange.
Due to the poor infrastructure, nighttime is susceptible to power outcuts in Gili Tea.
Despite all that, the locals know how to have a really good time, with some traditions that I bet a lot of people in the Western world wish we could adopt. Gili Tea's famous clinic is full of characters. And for those seeking local flavour, the Gili Tea night market is an even dazzling institution. Stalls light up offering an array of freshly grilled seafood and Indonesian delicacies at an affordable price, a sensory feast for any traveller. After leaving the market, I decided to walk around again for a little while. I realised that I probably hadn't prepared very well for the journey ahead, but I was committed to doing it anyway. So I walked around my local area for a little bit longer, and then went to bed. The next morning, I woke up, packed my bags, and headed on my way. I got distracted by this cock, but made it in time for the boat. And there I was, headed for Lombok, so I could get this blasted curse lifted off me. The trip wasn't without its bumps, but now we're here. The driver told me that I could trust him. I told him that I was under a curse, and he said he'd just charged me a little bit of extra money, which I happily paid because I wanted to get there safe. So here I finally was, Lombok, a place that I'd only heard about 3 weeks before, but I really need to get to the top of that mountain. I believe it's called Mount Rinjani. I've been told that I'm going to go meet a guy called Mono, who's going to pick me up in a pickup truck, and then we're going to go climb the mountain together. Little did I know, Mono would not join me up the mountain at all. Mono never met me when I got off the boat, but he did give my number to someone who picks me up and took me to a different place on the island.
No.
Yeah.
What?
This was my room for the night.
Today's one night, right? Same program, and then here you are right now. Sonaro village already 600 above sea level here, and then tomorrow just wake up around 6.
Let me run this great idea by you that I had. Not everyone wanted to join me on, and the people who did join me on it actually regretted it quite a lot. We decided to go and tour to this, where was it? I'm gonna have to look at the name of this one, folks, but either way, it was a load of waterfalls and they were beautiful. It was a pretty treacherous journey, but also a very enjoyable one. I felt like it was a bit like, let's say, Crash Bandicoot, maybe mixed with a bit of Red Dead Redemption. The mechanics of it, though, were obviously real life, so I wasn't able to spin around and I couldn't collect any apples to help my way. I could feel the curse coursing through my body. It was getting both weaker and stronger at the same time. It knew it might meet its demise if I got to the top of that mountain. Every waterfall we passed felt like a checkpoint. Look there, you know what, let's just talk about these monkeys for a sec. Monkeys, there's loads of them in Indonesia. And they may look cute, and it may be but they're picking up trash. And I gotta say, I don't think they should be in trash. And it's a beautiful area as well, right? Look at that waterfall. Look at that waterfall. I thought he was eating a fish, and it turned out it was just a piece of plastic. Look at that waterfall. Look at that waterfall. I do realise at this point this is a compilation, montage type thing of a load of waterfalls, but here's some monkeys as well. It's said that these monkeys are reincarnated penguin. However, in recent years they found that they might actually be Civil War reenactors from the 1940s. They may look lazy, but this is actually the only day off they have every fortnight. So they like to come out here to this particular rock, play with each other and play with themselves at the same time. Because they operate on a fortnightly basis, they tend to isolate themselves from other tribes. This monkey has realised he can get some sort of sugar residue off this piece of plastic he found. This monkey is playing with his imaginary friends. The monkeys in this area practice a high level of ingenuity, crafting these traps. Luckily, I managed to see them with my eyes and escape them because of my brain. That's right, those monkeys were no match for me. We found more traps along the way, except these ones looked human-made. A lot of people say it's a mad move to go to a waterfall where you're under a curse that you got in Australia. But that's just what kind of guy I am. As we walked along the rocky mud of the muddy rocks, I thought to myself how strange it felt to finally wear sandals without socks. Look, all those ferns. Look, all those rocks and that water. was no clear path, so we just kept going, finding the places that seemed most suitable to cross every time we needed to. The waterfall was near. Just like that, it started to rain. I was told that rain can make you quite sick out here, especially if you're not used to visiting this part of the world. This was my first time in Indonesia, and I'd been here about 2.5 months at this point. I was playing a game of risk health because I needed to get up this mountain without the curse taking effect, and I still decided to go to this waterfall the day before. But when I got here, I realised it was all worth it. We washed ourselves in the waters of Lombok and decided to get back to fuel up ready for the day ahead tomorrow. This is the famous Captain's Log. On our way back, it started to rain again.
You gonna come with us? Come on, come with us. We'll feed you off the table.
Waterfall.
Yes, happy trip.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all the thing we have to go downhill, we have to go back up again.
I felt the curse getting stronger. I needed to make it to the summit. This place felt hauntingly picturesque. Sweat dripped into my eyes because I don't have very thick eyebrows. fresh. Yeah, I've never seen nothing fresher than this. Check out that bell. Oh yeah. It's a nice cow, isn't it? What's this baby? It flies in its eyes though. I guess they just get used to it. Do they eat something that they need? Clouds. High altitude around here. It's crazy. Yeah, this is one of the most bizarre places I've ever been, just because it's so like, it's really out there, you know what I mean? There are all these little towns along the way. I say towns, they're like little fucking towns. They're more like just like stalls and stop-off points where people sit and sometimes set up things to sell to people. What a crazy life. I guess, you know, it's just the way of the people who live there. We're about 7 hours into the journey right now. Yo, this, I mean, look at this, man. It's got weight to it as well, that, you know what I mean? I reckon he's probably carrying at least, he's got bits in. They're not, it's like water and like, you know, it's heavy stuff. He's taking stuff up to sell to people. You know, so credit to the guy, smashing it, smashing the functional workouts here for sure. Mount Rinjani is Indonesia's second highest volcano, 3,726 meters tall. On Lombok Island is famed for challenging treks, stunning caldera views, the turquoise Segera Anak crater lake, and spiritual significance, offering adventurers a rewarding multi-day hike through lush forests, savannas, and volcanic ridges to its summit. The treks are typically 2 to 4 days, requiring good fitness, but also reward hikers with incredible vistas, hot springs, and a unique volcanic landscape, making it a premier Southeast Asian hiking destination. I wasn't sure whether or not to include the reasoning behind the title of this film, but a few days prior to my trip, a young woman had fallen after taking a selfie on top of the summit.
20. I've got 20 minutes in me.
That's not bad, is it?
No, it's good.
I'm actually surprised by that. I thought it was at least an hour.
You shouted hurry to him. This is why we're going so fast.
Dehydration, exhaustion, muscle fatigue, systemic fatigue, and to be honest, emotional exhaustion were beginning to set in. We're about 13 hours up now. I wasn't prepared for this trip whatsoever. It wasn't a mission of mine to be the first to the top, but along the way I was frequently the first, and I didn't bring a head torch. I shouldn't have gone up the mountain so underprepared. As I was getting ever closer to the summit, I felt the curse breaking away from me. The next part of the journey was going to be the toughest. I had to wake up at 2 in the morning and do a 5-hour hike to the summit. I haven't got any footage from that because it was pitch black. Even though I'd sped ahead, someone kind enough to stop was able to give me some water and some biscuits so that I had enough energy and hydration to make it to the top. I don't mean to be overly dramatic, but there was a point on the journey when I thought that that would be it. I was caught in between wind on either side and it began to rain. I was boiling hot but freezing cold. I had no supplies. I didn't have my clothes on properly. It was so stupid. I just didn't have the right type of preparation for it. I completely underestimated this. And there was just a point where I was just laying flat, just avoiding the wind knocking me because I couldn't see either side of me. And I thought I might just fall. And then looking back on it in the daytime, yeah, I just could have just fallen. And yeah, morbidly speaking, people do fall, people did fall.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Of course not.
No, I'd say 9 foot. Very precise. Yeah, it was pretty precise.
Don't worry, it's just 2 monkeys in front of you.
The more attention you give them, the less they want to come over.
It's 5 hours, 3.5 hours in the dark. I got up a little bit late. I ended up getting up at 2:30. Most people had set off by 2. In competition with myself, I kept just walking past people and running past people. I thought I was being clever by not using my torch and using other people's torches, and then it turned out that I didn't bring my torch. Maybe it was the curse. But then I made it to the top. These monkeys need to stop eating trash. This is a wise guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, running off with more trash. I don't know if it's trash or if they actually just steal supplies. But I didn't bring any supplies. I was up there starving. I ate plenty of food before I went. It's like a pilgrimage. Curse lifted.
Really? Today? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, of course. I think it's for every one step we took earlier, we'd have to do another 2. Like, 'cause it was sliding down, right? So.
ย้ำอยู่นู่นเนอะ
Tambah-tambah.